everyone. Welcome to the Women Are Worthy Network. Y'all, I know first it was dark, now it's light. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Jacqueline Charles. How are you doing? Now, y'all, let me tell you something. Y'all know I like connecting with fabulous ladies. This lady's not just fabulous, she's eloquent, she's gorgeous, she's pretty. I can go, wait a minute. Her resume is so huge. Let me take a sip.
Thank you.
My throat is parched. So we have Jael the Great. Jael is pure light and energy. She's also, excuse me, my faux pas, Dr. Jael the Great, because she has earned it and I have to give her that respect. She's also a professor at Spelman, y'all. She's an actress, a curator, and an author. All of that in that one little tiny body. This woman is a powerhouse and she's an inspiration to all women all over the country. No,
Thank you.
not all over the country. I'm going to say, and I'm going to speak this into existence, all over the world.
Yeah.
Okay. Her mission statement for life is to serve humanity by using her gifts and talents.
Yeah.
Y'all, when I say this spirit, this beautiful spirit that God has created is phenomenal, she is phenomenal. So, without further ado, we want to thank Miss Jael the Great, Dr. Jael the Great, for being on the Women Are Worthy Network.
Thank you. Hello. Peace and grace. Peace and grace.
Yes.
Yes.
You are by far an amazing woman, because we all should be amazing and
That's
aspire
right.
to be like that. Today we're free falling. I know what I wrote, in the description, but I really would like to talk about, it's with heavy heart, the black on black crime. You know, we have one of the Migos who got shot and killed over playing dice. I don't know what happened behind that, but that's not my concern.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you. You are a professor, doctor. What are your thoughts about this?
So it hurts my heart. It really does, because I understand that all of us at a set time, we're all going to leave here, right? We all understand that. We know death is a part, life and death.
Right.
But my thing is the way that young man transitioned. You know what I mean? Like, I do something called reclaiming your kingdom that God has me doing with specifically with our black men, so they can talk and they can emote and they can get things out and they can have a safe space to heal. So, knowing that I've been on that mission, and then when I hear things like that, and to our knowledge, I'm not sure, you know this better than I do, but I think it was another black man that shot him. Is that what's is?
I'm pretty sure it was, because he was
Okay.
playing dice. I'm pretty sure. Now, I have not researched to find
Okay.
out, but I am going to say, and again, today's show, it's our opinions and, alleged.
Yeah.
I want to make sure we're using the word alleged.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say I think it would be
Okay.
African American.
So that for me, right, because I do these work with these men to provide spaces so they won't only know anger or happiness, right? Just those two emotions. There's so many more emotions in between there. But it hurts my heart to know that if it was another black man that shot him, that it's two black kings. Because when you understand that you're a king and you're royalty, that's not something you do. You don't take a brother out. Whereas I am my brother's keeper. So for me, it's just more of that. It's like we have to love each other. I understand people have disagreements. When people play spades, they get like, hype and, all those things. But it's just like in the midst of no matter what's happening, first we have to love ourselves enough to say, I love myself too much to violate somebody that way, right? And then when you develop that self-love about yourself, then you're like, and I'm just, that's just not an action I'm going to take as a black God, as a king. So I think a lot, the identity piece of reminding them of who they are, because when you know who you are, you're not going to do that. So I mean, this is a girl. So yeah.
Well, I was on an emotional roller coaster, and I wrote a post about it on Facebook
Okay.
because we're still perpetuating. It's still happening. It's
It's still happening.
now here again. Let me put this out there too. We are in no way taking away from the mother next door whose child was gunned down,
Absolutely
right?
not.
We're not doing that. But you hear more when it's a celebrity. That's the problem. When it's a celebrity, it's bumped up. So that's why we have to piggyback when it happens to a celebrity because all the voices, everybody's out. Because what I did when I posted, I wanted to know where's the NAACP? Okay,
Hmm.
you may want to move away from the camera because when they fire the shots, I don't want you to get in trouble right now, Dr. Jael. Okay, so you may want to move away. Where's the NAACP? Where's the National Black Caucus? Where's all the black politicians and leaders? Y'all know when to reach out to us when you want our votes. Okay, we
Yeah.
need to start holding these people accountable. I don't want anyone to tell me, well, white people and they basically taught us to hate each other. I don't want to hear that anymore. I don't want them to be the scapegoats anymore. When you know better, you do better. So I don't want to hear that. And I'm going to be honest, Doc,
Hmm.
I'm angry right now. I have this
Yeah.
emotion. Earlier, I was crying.
Oh.
I just have this emotion because another brother's life got stomped out, and it could be the next door neighbors. It could,
Exactly.
it's the next door neighbors could be stomped out
Yes.
because I'm just as angry as if it was the next door neighbor. I don't know
Exactly.
whom, the hit and runs, things like that.
That's right.
But we have to, you know, what are we? Okay, so we people are talking about the community. Someone asked me, well, the community. You are the community,
That's
right?
right.
Are
We
you
are. Yes.
mentoring? Are you mentoring? What are you doing?
That's right.
Man, don't get me
That's right.
started.
That's what. So I was talking to one of the men that comes to Reclaiming Your Kingdom monthly, and I said I want my next. I do it once a month. I said we have to talk about this. We have to talk about, am I my brother's keeper? So he said, well, if you guys talk about it, then what? I said, that's how the dialogue starts. You have to start the dialogue because you don't know what in that dialogue that's being started, what solutions can be provided. It starts there. Like just us educating each other and saying, like, listen, what can I do with the people that I'm called to? As a man, we know we can't reach everybody, but if you're reaching people like you're doing on this platform, right? If I'm reaching people like I'm doing with my platform, they're reaching people, then we can help get the message out, like you said, with the mentoring. And we know, and we are grateful for all of you who are out there mentoring our young men, our young women. We are not taking away from
Right.
anybody doing all these wonderful things. But we are just at this point right now, we are talking about something very specific. So, because you know how people will say, well, what about the people that are doing it? We're not talking about them though.
Mm-hmm.
We're grateful and we love that, but we're talking about what are the solutions. So if we have these dialogues and these, we heal as a community, like you said, we are the community. It's just, we just have to at least open up the door for the dialogue to come up with solutions and to see what we can do, like with the NAACP, with these programs. Like, let's please talk about it and come up with solutions so we can start getting to our young men and building them up and helping them realize who they are, because it's obviously a lack of identity.
It is because we have the fraternities that are out there. We have we have a woman who's running for governor.
Right.
Okay. When are we going, an African American? I've not heard anyone running, anyone. And forget about Kamala when she was running because she was just locking folks up. Okay. Bring it down a notch, Jackie. Bring it down. We need to have solutions, just like how we need to have solutions on inflation. Okay, it's great we can have a solution on inflation, but when inflation is fixed or corrected or amended, whatever, we're still killing each other. So this is because I'm when it comes to the dictionary, I don't play because I think a lot of people don't understand words, and I like to give definition.
Okay.
So the definition of love, right?
Yes.
Now, the definition of love is it's an intense feeling of deep affection, a great interest and pleasure in something. So I want people to understand because my definition may be different from yours because maybe I didn't read the Webster dictionary. I didn't,
Right.
So I want people to understand when I tell people I have to show people how to treat me, not just tell them. Because if I
Right.
say, I don't want you, Dr. Jael, to love me the way you love yourself. Because I don't know how you love yourself.
That's
You may be
true.
some self-harm. So let me teach you how I want you to love me. Let me teach
Yes.
you how I want you to be my friend. Let me tell you what I like and don't like. That's how dialogues are created. So, because then if I teach you, you know what I'm saying? You got to show people and also teach them. I am right now when I say that you can probably put a pot of water on me, it's gonna boil over right now. Because
Gotcha.
I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And
Yeah.
I myself and you, I mentor, I do things in the community. So it's not like I don't. But the
Yeah.
people who don't do anything are the ones who are constantly complaining. I'm telling them to shut up. Okay. I know it sounds disrespectful, but right now we're at war, right? I don't want to keep hearing, okay, white people, KKK, white people in slavery. Well, what are we doing? What
Yeah.
are we doing to each other?
Yeah. I understand. And I think there's a time for everything. There's a time for every discussion and every dialogue.
Yes.
We know how that's affected us. We know that.
Mhm.
But right now, we want to, instead of focusing on something that happened that we cannot control, we want to focus on what we can control.
Yes.
And what we can control is how we move for how we move forward now. What can we do now? We know all of that. We know we've been taught to hate ourselves. We know all of that.
Mhm.
But now it's like, okay, what is the solution? What can we do to, like the definition says, of love, to really push love and not push violence? And then I have to say this. In the music that our beautiful Black men are putting out, life and death is in the power of the tongue. You hear me? So we have to take responsibility for what we are saying. And then, and I'm sure, I don't know, but perhaps when these young men are talking about, my gun, and I'll have his mom crying at his funeral and all these things, they may not have that wisdom and that knowledge and understanding of how powerful their words are. Because if you think about this, Jacqueline, there are, can you hear the echo?
Mm-mm.
Okay. We have athletes who make millions of dollars. They wear, nice chains. They drive nice cars. They're not murdered like the rappers. We have, actors who are famous and flashy. They have money. But if you notice who's dying, it's our rappers. And listen to what they are saying. So we love y'all, kings. We're not condemning you, but love is also holding people accountable. So I have nieces and I have nephews. I have Black king nephews. I want my nephews to be conscious of what they're saying out of their mouth. Because as we can see, Jacqueline, obviously, it's like a self-fulfilled prophecy. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So, it's just, we're touching on everything, you all, because
Yeah,
we're all of us are trying to figure it out.
Mickey just posted and she said, more men want to be lady. Oh Lord, not just receptive. If approached wrong, my bad. Thank you for sharing. Look, you know what? Look, let me throw the baby out with the bathwater now, okay? I'm not saving the baby. Okay, you're right about the music because not only let me preface this by saying this. If it doesn't affect you, it shouldn't offend you. I need to write that down.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be saying some things, and again, I'm not trying to step on your toes. I'm trying to step on corns on the people who this affects, who this speaks to.
Yeah.
So we have the rappers out there calling and young boys calling women bitches and hoes, right? Then
Yes.
you have some women, let's keep it real, are acting like bitches and hoes and are
Yes.
answering to bitches and hoes. Then, okay, come closer, y'all. Then you have the pastors pimping the congregation.
Mm.
Not all pastors,
Right.
okay? You have pastors pimping from the congregation. what I would like to see, and I want to see how I can get involved in this, is, you know, you see when these rappers, they get rich, they don't want to move out of the hood because they're in fear of someone saying, oh, you think you all of that. But by staying in the hood, it people get jealous. We have this microaggression that's going on. When people hear about microaggression, they normally think it's towards white people to us. But we are actually having, doing, and conducting microaggressions amongst each other, right? It may not affect you, but you've been around it, you've seen it, you've heard it, and it may affect you. You may be part of it, you know? So I think it would be great to have some sort of a, where I think TG Jakes had something like no more sheets, but not a no more sheets kind of thing, but something where we snatch up some men, put them in a room, and show them, whether we give them their roses while they're alive and say, we want to thank you for being a Black king. We want to thank you for raising your children. Even if they're not doing it, maybe subliminally, maybe it'll seep in, because maybe some of them are thinking, I didn't think I was going to live to 25 or 21 anyway, so let me whoop-de-whoop, let me do this.
True.
You know, so I didn't understand that. I have a best friend in Texas, and I never understood why people have this mentality. There's social media. Why do you have this mentality? You even hear Lil Wayne said that he didn't think he was going to live past, I think, 17 or something.
Who said that?
Lil Wayne.
Oh, wow.
A lot of Louisiana people, and I'm sure other people in the hood, I've heard that before. Either 17 or 21. And I didn't understand that. But when you're a product of that environment, that's all you see. You sell the dope on the street. You know what you're doing. Someone's coming for your corner. We need now, marijuana in some areas, I guess, is, you know, whatever THC or whatever it is, legalized in some areas if you have small quantities. We need to somehow directly, I don't want to say save our Black men, but they need to speak, have conversations. What happened to back in the day when there was a conversation they didn't like, they would dance it out. They would battle it out that way. Go in a boxing ring. You know, why do this? You
like on Friday. Remember the movie Friday?
Yes.
And his dad was like, we fight thieves, not with guns. Like you don't have, because you know we do know men are very aggressive. You see little boys how they play with each other, even grown men. That's them. You know, we're ladies, so we, you know. But you're right. It's like, how can we get that because I did not grow up like that, Jacqueline. I didn't, so I don't have to understand it to help provide a solution.
Exactly.
From my point of view, we don't have to understand something to still care and have empathy. You know what I mean? So obviously there is like that aggression, you know what I mean, that they have, but how can that be, how can they release that in a healthy way?
Well, I'm going to say this right now, and again, you can move aside. The views of Jacqueline Charles is not of Women Are Worthy Network. These are Jacqueline Charles' views. Joe Biden, you were the first one when you were running for the White House saying that Black people weren't Black if they didn't vote for you. You remember when you said that? Okay,
did he say that?
Yeah, he said that. Yeah, they had it on the Breakfast Club, and so no, excuse me. Let me put this allegedly. Okay, allegedly. He said it. My thing is, where are these people now when we're killing one another? We're erasing our community. Where's everyone? Al Sharpton, where are you? Jesse Jackson, where you at? Where's all the Jamal Bryant? Where are you? Okay, where are you? TD Jakes, where are you? I'm calling everybody out. I'm so aggravated. I'm calling everybody out. Okay, because it may take one person. I don't know. I'm doing this, and let me say this. I'm doing this because I love my people.
Me too.
Right? So I'm doing it because I'm trying to get attention, not for the clicks, likes, and views. I am mentally, physically, and emotionally drained. I have young cats out there, brothers, nephews.
Thank you.
Out there. My husband leaves the house every day.
Yes, every day.
And when he comes out of the area that I live in, I'm more concerned. In my area, I'm okay.
Yes.
And you think you're okay. Let me put it that way. But when he comes out, I get nervous. I do. I don't tell them as much. And, I get nervous because you don't know. And it's not for the police officers because he has great of a chance of getting, something. We're not going to put that out there. Someone like
Right.
him
Right.
by our own people.
It has happened.
It has happened. The statistics are there.
Yes.
Why? We have to figure something out. We may not be right. We can, I think, like you said, let's start the dialogue.
That's right.
Let's throw everything against the wall.
That's
Whatever
right.
sticks.
Yes.
And I don't want people going into it like, girl, please, ain't nothing going to happen. People, no, let's go into it with a different mindset.
That's right. Yeah. That's so true. You know how, I'm sure you've heard, like if a child is acting out, or an adult, anyone, but if a person is acting out, treat them how you see them, not how they're acting. And it would change how they respond. So I remember hearing or reading, because I do a lot of reading, and I do a lot of listening to like audiobooks and personal development and mentors. And I remember hearing a story about there's a tribe, and if, let's say, a young man gets caught stealing, for example, the community gathers around him, they put him in a circle, and they gather around him, and they all take turns speaking life into him. So
speaking life into him?
Life into him. So how do you think that's going to change him? You understand? You can take that same child, man, woman, put them in a circle and condemn them. What's wrong with you? I knew you would be like this. That's not going to help. But imagine how you would feel if you made a mistake, if you did something, and people put you in a circle and start saying, Jacqueline, you are a goddess. Goddesses don't do that. Jacqueline, you are a queen. Queens don't take things from other people. Like, that changes and shifts the atmosphere because of the power of the queen. So we have to do something different.
Well, here's the thing too, Dr. Jael. Here's the difference. Here's the thing I want to add to that. We as Black people have this dirty, nasty secret, and I'm going to put it out there now.
Okay.
And I know some people hear them. When things happen in our community, we don't want to talk about it.
Right.
Where is that same energy when we had issues with the police officers and what they were doing, right? With the George Floyds and all, where's that energy? Where's the positive march, the positive protesting,
right.
the peaceful protesting?
Peaceful.
Where is that? I don't see. It's like, oh yeah, another one. I'm tired of waking up from hearing Nipsey Hussle hit me hard, but this one hit me harder. Okay, this one hit me harder. So my thing is, what are we doing? What are you prepared to do? We have to do something. I don't care if you look. I ain't got no kids in school. Okay, right. I ain't got none of that. But because I live in the community and I am the community, I continue to feel compelled to help because I mentor. I don't have to do that. I don't get paid to do that. I do it because I want to. Yeah. I do it because I think I owe it, because too much is given, the saying. Yeah. I just feel that just like it's my duty to vote, it should be my duty to help at least one child, or how many of the children that I have, to give them some sort of influence, especially the ones who don't live in not so great circumstances, situations, to let them know you are above this. Yeah. You don't have to sling dope. I tell them, if you sling dope, I'm telling you can become a CEO of any company. Because if you're slinging dope and you have corners, and again, I'm not advising, I'm not telling them they should do this. I'm just showing them if you can do that, you can manage people.
That's right.
You know how to count. You're great at math. Okay. That's right. You're great at time management.
You're a leader.
Exactly.
You are a leader.
Exactly.
Just channel that into something positive where you can feel safe and sleep at night, instead of looking behind your back like, you know what I mean? Like, you are brilliant, King. You just changed that from the corner to corporate, or to an entrepreneur.
Exactly. Exactly. And you have to, because you've had guys who've done that. 50 Cent said he did that. He, turned it laundry mats and stuff. All of these guys, that's what they've done. So I'm just asking, and then we have to get away from this self-hate. Why is it, Dr. Jael? See, one of the things I teach my young girls, every day, what you're supposed to do, I want you to find a woman that you don't know and give her a compliment. Not a fake
Oh.
compliment. Tell her her hair, her nails, whatever. Because when I started doing it, I would say, "Ma'am, can I speak to you?" The shoulders were like this, like, "What she want? What do you want?"
Yeah,
Then when I give the compliment, the shoulders go
they
down,
do.
the smile comes up, and and living in Atlanta, I have to let them know I'm not trying to pick you up, but I just want to,
That part.
yeah, I'm just giving you a compliment.
Yeah,
So now, even when I go, I don't care. I've never met a stranger. When I'm
me
with
either.
my wait staff, I'll give them compliments like, "Hey, girl, thank you for taking
Oh.
my order." And then I will ask them to send their managers over. They'll send the managers over and they're nervous. And I'm like, "Get your manager over here." This is exactly what I said. "Get your manager over here," like towards the end of the evening. And they're like, "What? Can I help you?" "No, get your manager over here right now." And they're like, "What did I do?" I said, "I'm not going to ask you a third time." So
Right.
the manager will come over. You see them talking to the manager, and they're coming over like, oh my God, what happened?" And I said, "You know what? Lisa, June, January, whatever, and I'll say the name, was phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
The manager wants to pee in his pants right then and there because
Yes.
they're telling him like she's going to complain. And
Yes.
then they're like, "Oh my God, oh my God." When I'm on the phone with whomever, "How's your day, girl? What's going on?" Things you have to, sometimes the compliment, the "how you doing" may be the only compliment that that person is getting that
That's so
day
true.
from anyone. So it's easier to come to me. It's easier to compliment than it is to complain.
It
You
is.
got to make sure we're complimented. Okay, Mickey said, "Love your mate, years he hate." Okay, go inside. Okay, "I'm only a grown up. Act lady, like be a good woman, but don't abuse it because they hashtag not okay." He made okay. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure no, because I'm sure she's typing so fast that
Oh,
she's just
yes,
like,
yes.
it's one of those. I get it. So this is again. I'm going to repeat. This is what I would do. Have a, get some sort of a banquet. Also include guys from other areas that people wouldn't consider.
That's right.
Bring them
Expose
on.
them to something different.
Yes. People
Yeah.
can consider whether they're, even if they're doing bad things, bring them into the area. Of course, you want to make sure there's no gang violence and all
Right.
that,
Of
but you
course.
bring them into an area and then you show them how you appreciate them. Where are the fraternities? Where are y'all? I'm like, we don't have a village anymore. This is the OK Corral. But again, if you read the Bible, Revelation talks about all of this.
Mm.
Revelation talks about all of this.
Wow.
Because my cousin said earlier, it's going to get better. I said, who told you it's going to get better? Are you not reading Revelation like I'm reading
Mm.
Revelation?
Wow.
Yeah, Doc.
I know.
And it's always, and I'm going to say it, it's always black women saving somebody or something. Always. Always.
It's like, well, that means we're graced to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I'm with you. Like, if we have to be the ones to start it off, no problem. You know what I mean? Y'all come join us because we are providing solutions. We are gathering people together to come up with something so we can help change. Say if we could save one, you know what I mean? You don't know what, when you have when your heart is pure and when you really want to see the communities change, you don't know what kind of butterfly effect that
Even
will.
if you affect one person, because here's the thing I thought
Yep.
about. I said, do I really want to do more men, than young ladies? And I said, wait a minute, young ladies have to interact with men. And if
Right.
TD Jakes can come into Georgia, my state, and do something like, okay, whatever it is that he puts on with the women, why can't I connect with another woman and we do a good event that's
That's
going to
right.
affect men and women? Why do we keep separating? Let's put women here, women empowerment. Who's empowering the men? Who's
That's
helping
right.
the men? And men need to see women in that kind of a dynamic as well,
They
just
really
like women
do.
need to see men. But I think because we wear the hats, we can do men and women. But I'm seriously thinking about it, like coming up with an event, getting men involved, and just sharing stories and having conversations. Because
Yeah.
being a black man is an endangered species right now.
My
It
God.
has always been that way, but more so now.
Jesus. And they're so precious. I really want them to know how precious and valuable they are.
The endangered species tour. I don't know. I am just like, something has to happen. And living in
Yeah.
Georgia, where we have so many African, this is the Black Mecca
Yes.
here, Black Mecca. And I don't hear, you hear of events, but you don't hear them on that magnitude unless an Oprah comes or a TV.
That's so true. Gosh.
So I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to reach out to some folks, to have a meeting and say, hey, let's see if we can do something.
That's
Because
right.
if we can, get one person, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
So,
You're right.
mhm.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, I done got that off my chest now. I can be normal again. So, what do you want to talk about now, since this is free fall?
I know we're free. We're free. And if y'all have any questions, please
Yeah.
ask. If you all want to know anything, if you want to talk about anything,
And
I'm
even after
really
the show, even just after the show, we get a lot more people that watch after the show.
Got you.
So again, this is Dr. Jael the Great. She is phenomenal. She's on Facebook. She's all over social media. She's a powerhouse, y'all. Okay, you're gonna say something. I'm sorry.
So I'm really big on love, because love is stronger than death. Love is the most powerful energy in the world. So I'm really big on people really, really, really loving themselves and knowing what that looks like for them, because it really changes how you move in this world when you love yourself.
And people can see that you love yourself. They can see it.
When you love yourself, like, and you know how you were saying, like, I have to show you how to treat me, right? When you love yourself, people move according to what energy you project. I'm loved everywhere I go.
Mm-hmm.
Laws are changed, rules are rearranged on my behalf.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
because I love myself,
mm-hmm.
right? So I want the audience to know, like, really be intentional about falling in love with yourself. Because when you do that, like with my life coaching and relationship coaching, I get a lot of clients that are like, I'm just not in healthy relationships. And I'm like, you have to assess why you're attracting that type of person. Because when you love yourself, even if you do meet, because just because you attract somebody doesn't mean you have to keep them.
That's right. That's right.
Y'all know that, right? Just because you attract somebody, or meet someone, you don't have to keep them if they're not in alignment with what your values are.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to really fall in love with yourself to know what your values are, to know what your boundaries are. So you won't, be out here living any type of way that's destructive, because you love yourself. And it literally, it's a game changer, y'all. That's my thing.
Listen.
All about, man,
Listen.
Love you.
Listen, she telling the truth, because when you love yourself and you love others, because here's the thing,
Yes.
and I've said this, October 9th, I celebrated 34 years of marriage, right?
Oh.
And I still love, he's still my boo, okay?
Oh.
Sometimes I want to stab him with a fork,
That's
but
natural.
I still love him. But here's the thing about me, I love myself.
That's
I'm
right.
confident, like you said. I go into places, my energy,
baby,
feeds me when I go in.
That's
because
right.
things are given to me.
That's right.
My energy, because I really love people.
Me too.
I wear my heart on my sleeves sometimes to a detriment, right? But the good still outweighs the bad.
That's right.
The haters, they're gonna always hate, and they're not really haters. They're just secret fans. That's who they are.
That's all. They really love us.
You post your stuff, they don't like it, but they want you to like their stuff. I don't even. So what I try to do is let you see me, because at the end of the day, you want to be my friend, okay? Because I want to be my best friend.
Yes, me too.
I love me.
I'm a fabulous friend.
Yes. So what I've done, like sometimes I'll go out to eat by myself. Like if
me too.
Work, I want to go. Girl, I tell this story. I have a mirror that I put on the table. I'll ask for a table for two. And then they're like, "Where's the second person?" I put the compact on the table, and I'm looking at myself, and I'm like, "You go, girl."
I love it. Oh, yes.
I'm having dinner, whatever it is, by myself. I'm an introvert, extrovert, and when I tell that to people, they don't believe it. But I really like being by myself. Mm-hmm. I can, when I walk in a room, I know I light up a room. I know that God has given me that personality.
That's right.
But I do love my own solace, being by myself,
Girl, me
because
too.
because I realize the more I'm around people, they suck my energy,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to get time to ground and do all those things. Hey, Chris, to do all those things. So I want people to understand you have to love yourself. Sometimes too, you are who you attract.
That's
Okay,
right.
you are who you attract, because I've never had bad boyfriends growing up, and I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. I do believe I was raised by a man, and my grandfather, my grandmother, but mostly men.
Really? Your
And
dad raised you?
yes, and I do believe it's because of that. Because when you're raised by a man, you're given confidence. Okay, later
Yes.
on in life, you have to be a little bit feminine, because now I'm learning how to get into my feminine energy. But when you're raised by men, you're raised confidently, especially good men. You're raised confidently. My grandfather, oh my, this is him right here. This is
I
him
love
right
it.
here.
Oh,
So whatever there is anything you can say that's going to affect me. It may hurt my feelings for a bit, and I'm going to say that. But what I'm going to say is that I love me, and you can act crazy and start your shenanigans. You're missing it. You're missing out. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
You're the one missing out. And I have no problem sharing, because sometimes you'll ask women questions and they're like, they don't want to give you the answer. Like, where did you get that? Oh, I can't remember. I don't. I want to share everything, because I want to help promote you to the highest form. Dr. Jael the Great, what I want to say is I can be in a room with you and cheer you on. I don't have to be in the front row.
That's right.
But I want you, because some people are hanger-ons. I
Yeah.
don't. You could be doing something, hell, and I could be watching you and still cheering you on.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, we have to start propelling our future leaders to the next level.
That's
Because
right.
we're the female leaders. We have to keep, we have to make sure that when your well is running dry, because you're supposed to be in the middle and you're supposed to have people surrounding you. So if
That's
you're going to
right.
fall if you're going to tilt, we got to make sure you don't fall.
That's
That's what we're
right.
supposed to do. We're supposed to
That's
fill
beautiful.
you up. We're supposed to make sure hey, you good. Your lipstick. You got lipstick on your teeth.
Yes.
We got to do those things.
And it costs nothing to be kind. It costs nothing to show love to someone. And then here's the thing: this is what they miss. Like, I listen to Zig Ziglar, right? Zig Ziglar.
Yes.
Yes, I love him. One of his quotes is, "The way to make your dreams come true is by helping make another's come true."
Mm-hmm.
People don't understand the reciprocity. Like, you literally reap what you sow. If you sow seeds of love, if you sow seeds of um support, like you're saying, you're going to reap that back. You can't
Mm-hmm.
lose. You
Mm-hmm.
So you being envious profits you not. You being jealous profits you not. Because guess what you're going to get back? Envy and jealousy.
Exactly.
But when you are genuinely cheering somebody on, when they get blessed or they get married or they have a baby or they start their business or whatever, if it's not your turn yet, that's okay. Clap for those who when it's their turn. Because
Mm-hmm.
when it's your turn, you're going to want people to clap for you. And
And
you
that's the problem.
sowing that seed.
And that's the problem I find in our community. We don't support. We want your support, but we don't want to support you back. And I'm gonna say that's what I'm finding in our community. And I can only
Wow.
speak because this is what I look like, and I'm only speaking to the Black community. I
Got you.
see that, I hear that so often. Where I'm a support, as long as you know something positive, I'm gonna support you as
Me
much as I
too.
can. It doesn't cost anything for me to post something. It doesn't cost anything for
It
me to
costs nothing.
it doesn't cost anything, because let me tell you, you don't have to pay me back, but the man upstairs, he's gonna pay me back.
That's right.
My sweat equity, and I'm selfish. I am selfish.
Yes.
I'm doing it for you, because if I can make you smile, if I can make more dollars in your pocket, God's gonna take care of me. So I don't have
That's
to worry
right.
about you taking care of me.
That's
He's
right.
keeping the
Girl, you better
books.
preach.
He's keeping the books. I don't have to say, well, I helped you, Chris,
Right.
so you better help me back.
Yes.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't doing it. I wasn't intentional. I was doing it with the fact that I wanted you to help me back. I give you 5. I don't want to keep counts on if I help you.
That's right.
Now, if you abuse me, you ain't got to worry about it, because I'm walking out the door. I'm
Period.
gone. I'm smoking. I'm out the door.
The first time you show me who you are, I'm Maya Angelouing it. I'm out. The first time. I don't do that. Again, why? Because we love ourselves. So why would we subject ourselves to any type of abuse, any type of negative energy? That's a choice. I don't have to take that. I don't have to be around that. You don't have to take that. You don't have to be around that. If it does not make you feel good, my loves, you don't have to stay in that situation. You're not a tree. You can move. Reprogram your mind. Build yourself up. If you feel like, that's okay. Tell yourself a different story. Begin to tell yourself a different story, and it's going to shift your mindset. That self-love is everything. It really
What?
is.
Self-love and Black love is phenomenal.
It's so beautiful.
And
so
again,
beautiful.
For those of you, if you're married, if you have an interracial relationship, I'm talking about loving yourself when I say Black love.
Yeah.
You got to start, you have to, it's so imperative to date yourself.
Girl.
It's so imperative to court yourself.
Yes,
it's so imperative to know the thing is, you got to know what you want and what you're not going to accept. Okay.
That's right.
Because a lot of things I'm not accepting. And because I'm a queen, I want to have queens around me. I don't have a problem training a princess to become a queen.
I don't either.
Right? Not at all. But I don't have time. If you okay, let me not say down here. If you choose not to be a princess, if you want to be nasty and disgusting and despicable, again, I'm not about dealing with negative Nellies. I'm all about dealing with positive.
That's it.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. That's all I received. And y'all, we really want y'all to understand, again, the power of your tongue and your thoughts. If you want positive, loving people around you, that's what you have to say out of your mouth. God, I thank you for sending goddesses around me. I thank you for sending mighty men of valor around me. I thank you for a great tribe of women who support. Like, you have to start speaking what you desire and not, I tell my life coaching clients, Jackson, if you do not want it, do not say it. When I ask you what type of man you desire, don't say, well, I don't want him. I didn't ask you what you didn't want, because you're going to keep getting what you focus on. So you have to say, I desire someone who loves me, whatever you desire. I desire someone who's spiritual. I desire someone who understands the value of family. Because we all value different things, but that's a part of that self-love, is speaking the things that you desire to manifest. That's a part of you loving you. Yeah.
And it's okay. And here's the thing: it's okay not to be okay. And here's another thing: it's okay to. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about me. I don't mind if you're in the audience. But the minute you start acting crazy, they have this thing like some people shouldn't have the front seat. They need to go in the back seat. I don't want you in the back seat. I want you the heck out of the arena. How about that? Okay. I don't want you. I don't want your energy. I don't want you. You don't need to see what I'm doing. Some people are like, well, let them see. You don't. No,
I know. Me too. No, I'm blocking you.
Get out. I need you to get out.
Baby.
Because I got to make room for people who want to be there.
That's right.
Everybody's interchangeable. There's a season and a reason.
Yes,
so if you're not up with what I'm doing, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, but you're coming into my life. That's so if you're not up on that, you got to go. Somebody else. There's too many people out there trying to come to see me. So you blocking the vision, you blocking the view.
Yeah.
So I don't have time for the foolishness. It's okay to, whether it's family members, because sometimes we have issues with family members. Look, if you're my friend and if I kick you out, I'm gonna kick a family member out too. I'm not giving family member passes like that, because they're the ones who know more about you and can hurt you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And here's the thing. A lot of people, I've had even college students ask me about this, right? But what if it's my mom or my dad? Listen to me. No one gets to abuse you just because y'all share the same bloodline. Absolutely not. No one gets to beat you up or rape you or molest you or hurt you or verbally abuse you just because you all share the same bloodline. The same way you will not allow a stranger to do you that way, you don't have to allow it just because it's family. Sometimes you have to love people from a distance. You send them love.
Repeat that.
You have to love people from a distance and take that guilt away. People do not get to abuse you or treat you poorly because y'all share the same bloodline. Absolutely not.
And the Bible says, do not provoke your children to wrath. People keep forgetting that. So I have I done booted and evicted so many family members, Dr. Jael. I feel better. It's like, I feel good because this is what I say. Mm-hmm. You have relatives and you have family. That's relatives true. Are who you are related to by blood.
Yeah.
Family is family.
That's
So
right.
I've created a family environment via friends,
Yeah.
cousins, whatever. That's what I've created in my family environment. Because you're related to me, I'm not going to give you a pass.
No.
And you have some people out there because, they slick with the lip. And what I've learned, and I've truly grown, is I'm not going to, because I would be the one who get you to the white meat. Okay?
Got
As I
you.
said before the other day, I get the arsenal, I'm burning the whole village, I'm burning the whole.
Okay.
I don't do that anymore because I had to grow. You
Yeah.
just because someone says something to you, do something to you, you don't have to like dig in.
You don't.
You look good is a perfect revenge, and just kick them out. Just
That's
keep on
right.
moving. That's what
Yeah.
I've learned at this age. That's
It
what I
really
learned.
is. That silence is worse than
Yes.
giving them silence is worse than you popping off.
Mm-hmm.
That silence, I'm telling you all, if somebody is mistreating you or mishandling you, give them silence.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you handle that. People can't stand that.
Because people ask me, they're like, Jackie, because they talk to me about marriage, and I consult with people about marriage
Yeah.
and stuff, and they're
I
like,
love that.
how do you've gone through sex trafficking, you've gone through this, and you still have a smile on your face? Because this is what healed looks like. This is what healed looks like.
Me too, baby.
I work hard at it. I go to therapy.
Yes.
I still go to therapy. It's almost like when you go change your oil every 3,000 miles.
Thank you.
Now I don't have to go every week. I'll just call it like if I feel it, because I would suffer from panic attacks. And mine is because I don't say what I want to say because I think I'm suppressing. And I have this inner battle with myself like, oh, you being a punk, you letting them punk you. And I don't say what I need to say. Or it's because I'm an empath and I'm feeling energy. Woo. and it's draining me. And when it drains me, and if I don't address it right away, I go into a panic attack. I've learned how to work with that through, through meditation, through therapy, and kicking people out of my life who I wanted them to remain in my life, but it was causing me anxieties.
Yeah.
So I've learned to, Jackie, when you're on the plane, they tell you to put the mask on first. Why are you keeping this person in your life because everybody has to serve a purpose in my life. I'm going to say, if you don't serve a purpose, get out. If you're not one of those that can support me, I support you. If you're not here to let's have conversations, or when I'm like, look, I'm about to have a panic attack, help me, talk to me, talk me down the roof, let me keep breathing, let me do EFT tapping, one of those things, so
yes.
I'm learning every day. It's good for me, and I'm learning more about myself. And after leaving corporate America, this is the best thing I could have done. I'm like an onion. I'm peeling and I'm learning. The more I learn more about me each day, I love me. I wish I could marry me,
I love myself, girl. I really do. It's a beautiful thing when you get to that place. Yeah. It's so liberating. You don't care what people think about you. I am so people free. I could not care less what a mortal thinks about me.
Yes. And when you love yourself like this, what people don't understand, whether they call it cocky or whatever, conceited, what people don't realize, when you love yourself intentionally like this, that's the same type of love you're going to give out.
It really is. Because I really love people. Like, I just love everybody. I don't care. We don't have to have the same lifestyle or anything. I just love people because that's how God.
Yes.
God.
My husband's like, you just met them. How you love them? I said, because he created them.
That's right. Because they're a creation of God, just like I am. And they need love.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
We all do.
I wake up every morning. The fact that I'm 6 feet above ground, I'm happy.
Thank you,
I give gratitude. I thank God for keeping me, alive, and because I know my purpose, and I have my purpose and passion crashed into each other, and now I'm out here speaking, saying, because I'm just speaking with more confidence. Where you don't always get to see when I'm interviewing people, you get to see like, okay, but when I do interviews like this, you get to see who I really am. Because obviously when you're interviewing someone, you're just getting a piece of it. But I'm all about, if I don't like something, I just don't like it. I want our people to do better, because now when we can start living amongst each other in a better way, we can then start working in other communities. And, because they're laughing at us. I don't care what anyone says. Not all of them, but they got to be saying, they can't get it together. Come on now. So I am just, first of all, happy to meet someone in that you're sharing space with me, because you could be anywhere doing so many different things, but you chose to take that time, be intentional, and share space with me. And
Yes.
that's my goal every day, to be intentional and to give the best that I can to everyone, but still take time for my self care.
That's right. You
And
have
I
to.
want everyone else to do the same thing. Just one day, just wake up, just say, I'm going to be happy today.
That's
Because
right.
I'll
Today's
say,
a
I'm
perfect
happy.
day.
Yeah, I'm happy today. I will be happy. I am happy.
Yes.
I'm on a prayer line, and we're so intentional about words. If
Woo.
something is negative, we say we have the ability to overcome.
That's
We
right.
don't say like, oh, I'm not feeling good. No, I'm good. All is well. Because
Yes.
your body, your neurons, and everything is hearing this.
Yes. I love it. That's so beautiful.
I'm trying. Look, I'm just not
Yeah.
trying. I'm doing.
You're
Excuse me.
doing. Yes.
See,
I was
yes,
about to.
I'm
Yes.
doing.
You
Doing.
are doing. And it's
You are. So
amazing.
where can people find you? What are you doing next? Because y'all, let me tell you, when I say she's an actress, okay, y'all see the
Yeah.
beauty over there, right? You see the
Mhm.
melanin glowing over there, right?
Thank you.
She is just, and she's a professor. She's a doctor. So don't be running up on her and say, "Hey, Jaya." No, it's doctor, because she earned that.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right.
Thank
Let me
you.
stop being extra. Okay. Tell us, come be what you doing.
Yeah, so you all can please follow me, all my social media, my website, everything is my name, Jael the Great. Spelled right there, Jael. Instagram is Jael the Great. My website is jaelthegreat.com. Facebook is Jael the Great, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I have a movie premiere. If you are in Atlanta, Georgia, I have a movie premiere this Saturday. One of my films called Love, I think it's called Love Karma, is premiering at 5 p.m. November 5th. The information will be on my social media, so just go to my page to check out so you can come and support our film. And I
Okay,
have
and I'll go on your social. If you can send it to me later, and I'll
I'll send it
post
to
it
you.
to have
Yeah.
people go out. And I want to remind people again, please. What I want you to take away from this show tonight or today, if you're watching it, I just want you to love yourself. If
Yes.
you don't know how to do it, we have Dr. Jael the Great.
Yes.
Contact her.
Contact.
I'm not even pushing my business right now, because when you push people, it comes back.
It really does.
Reach out to her, whether man or woman. Learn how to love yourself. It's never too late.
It's
And
never
I
too
think
late.
Whitney Houston said it's the greatest love of all.
It's the
She didn't
greatest
say
love
love
of
yourself, but I'm saying that part. It's the
Yes.
greatest love of all,
Yes.
to love yourself.
Learning to love yourself.
Yes.
Greatest
Yes.
love of all.
So please make sure you reach out to her. She's a powerhouse.
Thank
She
you.
understands. When I say she understands because y'all know me. She understands. She knows what she's doing.
Thank
We
you.
have to start with ourselves. We
That's
then
right.
have to take it out into the community.
That's
Your
right.
children are looking at you. We have
Yes.
so many people with low self-esteem, so many
Oh.
people who are picking wrong choices in men and women. We got to stop doing that. We
Yeah.
got to stop abusing ourselves. We got to stop killing each other.
Yeah.
Because whenever you kill someone, that's another energy that's out of this world. We're extinct as it is. Black men are an extinct species as it is, because Black women are not doing that. We're not killing each other like that. We're killing each other with the microaggressions, but that's for another show.
Right.
So another show. But
Yeah.
again, Dr. Jael, thank you for being on
Thank
the
you.
show.
Thank
I'm
you.
so honored.
Having
Now I
me.
can go to the gym, work out.
Me too, girl.
Woo! Yes,
I
birthday
love it.
coming up in January. So, Mama, well, I'm good now, but I want to be better.
That's
So
right.
that's what I'm. You
Me
got to strive to
too.
be better. So that's what I'm doing.
Yes.
now.
I'm going to do some weight training.
Yes, yes.
Cardio, y'all, and weight training. Even if you do light weights, you have to tone. Doesn't matter your age.
Thank you.
Does not matter your age. Tone, do your walking, do your cardio, but also do lightweight training. Game changer.
I'm addicted to the Smith machine when I go to the gym. The Smith machine is what I love.
I love it.
I'm gonna go work on these legs.
Me too, girl.
Places. And again, I want to thank everyone for tuning into the Women Are Worthy Network. Please make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Please share, because sharing is caring. Okay.
Yes,
so hold this great platform to yourself now.
That's right.
Share, because we want to We want to grow the platform. We have other things that we want to do. Don't forget, if you go on the platform, we have Juicing with Jackie. It's my cooking show that I'm doing. I've done 1 or 2 episodes. So we're going to be educating people on plant-based foods. We're going to be educating people on the ingredients, on the herbs and things like that. So
Fantastic.
we want people to live, be healthier. We're not here to cure, because we know
That's
if we say
right.
cure, what happens.
Okay.
So we just want to educate people. So without
Yeah.
further ado, thank you everyone.
Thank
Have a great
you.
night, and have a wonderful Wednesday, a terrific Thursday, a fearless
Yes.
Friday, soothing Saturday, self-care Sunday.
Love it.